Hello everybody and welcome back to the Scotiabank Arena for some more Toronto Maple Leafs hockey action. We're ready to get it going as the opening draw won back by the Blues. Leafs in St. Louis, second and final meetup this year. Toronto beat the Blues in St. Louis. Here's an early chance. Marner inside as Matthews to the net, and he sends it off the mark. Here's Kerfoot back to the corner for Matthews. Matthews out of the gate, in backhand, stopped by Bennington. Toronto Maple Leafs, Austin Matthews, 5 goals in his last 2 games. And absolutely destroyed Arizona with a hat trick, and that hat trick against the Flyers. 2 goals last game against, obviously, the opponent, the Anaheim Ducks. Riley in. Plays that back. Here's O'Reilly to Neighbors. St. Louis through center, in over the line, to the net. That's off a leg and into the corner board. Leafs after it again. Kerfoot good pressure, steals it off and plays that for Mitch Marner. Marner looks for Matthews. He'll fire that in and around. This finds Riley. Back a bad pass, intercepted, and it's played for Letty. Over Beck for Neighbors. Here come the Blues through center, to the net. Shot doesn't make its way to the net. Here's Kerfoot back ahead. Matthews again, bumped at center, and the Blues get away with one there. Neighbors inside, that's played back into the far corner of the Toronto zone. Riley, Matthews up that side as Marner with him. Marner looks back, he has Matthews, far corner, plays that for him. Here's Austin Matthews, circles the net, looks around, spins again, and turns again. Now Robertson to Sandin. Robertson, back for Matthews. Matthews looks, weaves, and now spins again. And good pressure here by the Blues as a shot right on. And stopped by Binnington. That pass back here, Sandin from the point. And Binnington flicks that out of play with the blocker. Good pressure here by both sides. Obviously, the Maple Leafs looking like the better team so far for pressure-wise, but the Blues will start getting things going here a bit. Round one back, controlled by Falk. Here's Krug. St. Louis through center with Vladimir Tarasenko, and Sandin back to defend. Here's Tarasenko on the left. In, won't get a shot to the net clean. Hall clears off the boards and back down the St. Louis ice. And this will not be enough for icing. Tavares with a big hit. And luckily that wasn't called. Sandin weaves in, turn that over. Here's Hall, and he'll play that back to Sandin. Sandin tries to hold the zone. Tarasenko, Hall tired, Leafs trying to get back. Here comes St. Louis, breakaway, down the left side to the middle. Stopped by Samsonov. Great first test tonight on the St. Louis first shot on goal. Here's Robertson to the middle of the ice, trying to beat everybody to the puck. And turn that over to Falk. And they come again, Jordan Kyrou. Hall tired, and here come the Blues again. Another break, in, stopped by Samsonov. 2 breakaways back-to-back, and Samsonov stops them both. Big saves by the Maple Leaf netminder. Pressure's obviously on here, and they keep it out. Round one back, here's Falk. In, looks, shoots. Redirects in front of Samsonov, Leafs clear to center. Krug, went it back again. Blues, here's Barbashev. No race inside, taken down. Bunting clears, it stays inside in front. Tarasenko stopped. Another breakaway, 3 stopped, but a penalty will be coming on this one. 3 breakaway stops in this first period by Ilya Samsonov. He has been amazing. And the Blues will go to the power play. Here's the draw. One back by St. Louis. Here's a shot right on and stopped again. Leafs off the boards and not out. Stays in now. Hall will do the duty and get it the rest of the way. Picked up here by Falk. Has it and brings it through center. In over the Toronto line. A chance in front. Barbashev stopped by Samsonov. That's cleared but not out. Kerfoot tries to get it the rest of the way. Hits a Leaf. Yarncroke, and he'll get it the rest of the way down the ice. Picked up here by Falk again. Through the middle with Barbashev. He has Thomas with him. In, shoots. Center that across. And Samsonov didn't have to do much. Great pickpocket. Leafs clear again. It's down the ice and finds Kelly. Yarncroke in, shoots, scores! Kelly Yarncroke with a bullet. The first real good chance for Toronto tonight, and they strike first in the final minute of the first period. It's a short-handed goal for Kelly Yarncroke. Beautiful move in tight, goes upstairs on Jordan Binnington, up and over that glove as Binnington goes into the split position, gets the glove out, but can't make that stop. Toronto with a big first goal of this game. Face off back to center. 7 seconds left to go in the Blue power play. Draw one back, controlled by Krug. To the middle of the ice. Here Nano back. Here's Krug. In. Shoot. Samsonov scoops that up. Here Nano fans on it. In front. Stopped by Samsonov again. Marner. Here's Camp. Toronto's been very sloppy early as here comes TJ Brody. Second to go. His shot. And not enough time. But Binnington made the stop anyway. As the period comes to a halt. Toronto a 1-0 lead for the first 20 minutes of play. Shots to goal that period were 7 for the Blues, 5 for the Leafs, 1-0 Toronto. Hits 5-2 Toronto. Faceoffs 2-1 Blues. Welcome into the second period here tonight from Scotiabank Arena. Leafs and Blues. Second final meetup this year. Toronto at the only goal through 1. Faceoff coming, one back, controlled. And Marner has that. Back ahead. Here's TJ Brody. Has Matthews with him. Austin Matthews in. Wait, shoot, scores! Austin Matthews is red hot right now as he snipes that one by Binnington early here in the second to give Toronto a 2-0 lead. Matthews is on absolute fire. 3 goals that game to get to 40, and then here tonight with a goal here, and that makes it number 41 on the season for Austin Matthews. Number 41 for number 34, and Toronto with a 2-0 lead, 46 seconds into the second period. Toronto back controlled by the Blues. Letty. There's Shen with him. Enters the zone from the right, looks in front, and that one stopped. Blues scores! In front, Samsonov with a big stop, but it bounces free, and the Blues get on the board early here in the second to make it 2-1. It's Jake Neighbors. Quick response to the Austin Matthews goal, and the Blues will take him any way they can get him. St. Louis has looked really good in this game so far. 3 breakaways, 2-on-1 attempt, and Toronto shut them down on all cylinders so far until now. O'Reilly with Shen. Here they come again. That was Riley trying to cover. Letty in. Center shot. That's stopped by Samsonov, and Marner clears. Not out. Knocked down by Neighbors. Now Riley turns that over to Neighbors. Blues back in from the left to the net. Neighbors right on. Stopped by Samsonov. Riley clears. It stays in. Matthews gets that back out. Austin Matthews trying to poke that far ahead. Shen back to Neighbors. Riley back to defend. Neighbors in. Shoots. Samsonov again. Makes the stop. Far corner. There's Riley. Penalty coming, and it's going against the St. Louis Blues. The Maple Leafs will have their first power play. It's Neighbors going off for slashing. So Toronto to the power play. Tavares, Nylander, Matthews, all on the ice together. Draw one back, it's Parayko, and he tries to clear. It stays in. Barbashev now. And he looks to get it the rest of the way down as it stays in by the Maple Leafs. Mikkola to Thomas, and the Blues take it down. Matthews has this. Looks to go Rocket Man style here. Spins with the puck through center. Thomas gets it in. A shorthanded chance knocked back ahead for Matthews. Matthews off the puck. Tavares after it again. The Leafs not setting up on this power play so far. Tavares. Sandin through the middle. That's Thomas again. To the net. Thomas in shoots. Samsonov again with the save. Loose in front of bounces. Barbashev. He stopped. Samsonov has been sharp tonight as Toronto very sloppy. Here's another turnover. Penalty done. The Leafs 0 shots on that power play. They gave up 2 as another stop by Samsonov. Matthews clears out to center. Leafs have been tired so far in this game tonight. At least that's the way it looks. They host the Nashville Predators next before heading back on the road to take on the Red Wings. And here's a step. Looking from the corner boards, and Toronto picks it up and flips that off the boards for Nylander. Turned over to Barbashev. In centers, and a shot right on. And Samsonov again has the answer as the Leafs get it out and down the ice. Nylander after it for Toronto. Poked it first, no icing. Fault. Here's Torpachenko to Tarasenko. Through the middle of the ice. Now a step, another break. In! Stopped by Samsonov, his 4th breakaway. And he stopped all so far tonight. 4 for 4. Fired in by Tavares. Toronto's been real tired tonight. Here's Matthews, bounces in the slot, and a shot blocked on the Matthews bid. Here's Nylander through the middle. He has Matthews again. Austin Matthews with the moves. In shoots off the blocker of Binnington. Nylander back. Looks again for Matthews, and the Leafs can't keep it in. The Blues get it out to center. Off the puck, Sandin. For Tavares, but offside against the Leafs. Just over 5 left to go in the second. Face-off coming. Just outside the blue line. One back by Matthews. Brody fires this in, hits a leg, and goes into the corner. Here's Letty again. And now the Blues bring it ahead with Brendan Saad. Here's Saad from the left. In, waits, shoots. Stopped by Samsonov. Brody clears and back out to center again. Parayko. Blues looking from the inside. Left side. Looking. Shooting. Samsonov again. Bouncing puck. Here's Marner. Plays that. Matthews open. Shoots. Stopped by Binnington. Best stop tonight by the St. Louis netminder. Wasn't a glorious chance, but it's still a shot by Austin Matthews. Here's Achari through the middle of the ice. A minute to go in the second. That shot stopped by Samsonov. Brody up ahead. Here's Shen. Keeps it in for the Blues. To the net. In alone. He scores. It's Shen who puts it in. The fifth breakaway helps St. Louis tie the game. With just 8 seconds to go in the second period, Samsonov had stopped 4 out of 4 breakaways in this game. Now 4 for 5 as St. Louis has tied it. The face-off. One back in control by Toronto. Pass ahead for Camp in Engvall. Letty's there. Shen, and that will do it for 2 as Neighbors turns it over at center. 2-2 after 2 here tonight from Scotiabank Arena. Shots to go in the game are 21-8 St. Louis. Hits are 9-6 Toronto. Faceoffs 8-4 Blues. Power plays both teams 0 for 1. Toronto with a shorty. 2-2 after 2. Welcome into the third period here tonight from Scotiabank Arena. Leafs and Blues 2-2 in their second and final meetup this year. First one was a 6-0 rout. The Leafs over the Blues in St. Louis. Letty just started the third period. In he comes. Looks. Shoots. Samsonov the save. He's been sharp all night long and keeps it 2-2 early here in the third. Another chance. Neighbors. He stopped again. Neighbors has a goal already tonight. Samsonov down. Makes that stop. Early here in the third, the Blues with the first 2 shots on goal. Face off to the right side of the Leaf net. Here it comes. One back by Matthews. Austin Matthews. 9 goals in his last 6 games. Here's a centering pass. Stopped by Samsonov. Marner. Up for Matthews. Shen along the boards. Here's Neighbors again. Kerfoot for Marner. Toronto through the middle of the ice. Drop pass. Miss Matthews. Drop back for Brody. In tight for Matthews. Looks to battle and get the puck free. And finally did and then lost it again. Kerfoot digs it. Plays that for Matthews. In tight. He shoots. Walked in front of the net. Marner back. And center that. Riley. Here's Brody. His shot redirects up and over the net. And weird bounce. But Binnington finds it and holds on for St. Louis. Maple Leafs and Blues 2-2 here in the third. Toronto wasn't able to get any of those shots through and clean to the net. Went high off a leg and off the glass. Bounces back in play. Binnington finds it. Here's Brody for Nylander in front. That passing play misses. Tavares. Robertson. Nylander. They score! It is waved off immediately. Right there, the contact by Tavares, but then there was nothing. So what is being checked here? There is nothing wrong with that goal whatsoever. You can see the redirect in the slot. It's a tip in. This should be a clean goal. And here comes the call on the ice after the review. It is a good goal. And from review, we saw the same thing. William Nylander got the last touch. 6:22 in the third period, and Toronto goes in front. 3-2 on St. Louis. Face off back to center. One back by the Blues. They control through the middle. Parayko. Here comes St. Louis inside. Looking. Shooting! Samsonov up to the task. It bounces free. Shen in front. That was O'Reilly. Nylander back ahead. Robertson back down into the St. Louis ice. This finds help in Nylander. In front, Tavares! And he was stopped. And a penalty coming to St. Louis. Boarding will be the call. The Leafs have their second power play tonight, 0 for 1. Kerfoot's line on as Robertson and Bunting. Face up, one back by Kerfoot. Here's Sandin, his shot blocked, got it back in the slot, scores! Rasmus Sandin in tight with pretty hands, gives Toronto a 2-goal lead here in the third. It's 4-2 on the power play. It's a power play goal. You'll take goals any way you can get them, but Leafs fight and they get this one. Rasmus Sandin, great job on that play right there. Face off back to center. One back by Tavares. And the pass up for Nick Robertson. Robertson through the middle. Nylander with him. Back in front for Robertson. That misses Tavares on the reach. Robertson back to it again. Taken down. Tavares helping out on Nick Leddy. Leddy up the middle for Thomas. Taken down. Here's Tarasenko with a step to the net. Stopped by Samsonov, the bouncing puck. And the Leafs play it up ice. One of the Leafs heads to the bench slowly. Sandin back. Tarasenko and another save by Samsonov. Again, Tarasenko from the corner. Back for Thomas. That shot right on. Samson fights it off. Sandin. Bunting to the middle of the ice. Good pressure here by the Blues, and Leddy picks that up out of the scrum. With Kyrou, his shot is blocked. Bunting to Yarncroke. Calle Yarncroke got the score and started here tonight. Here's Nylander front. Bunting in front. Tries to find it. Bouncing around in the paint of the St. Louis zone. That's Tarasenko. Just over 5 to go. Yarncroke right back in the St. Louis zone. This takes a weird hop and right to Bennington, and he will freeze for a face-off in the St. Louis zone. 4:24 to go. Leafs 4. Blues 2 from Scotiabank Arena. Face-off coming. One back, controlled here by Brody. A shot right on. Easily handled. Yarncroke looks back. That finds help in Mogan. His shot scores! Dennis Mogan rips it from the right circle and makes it 5-2. A third period explosion for the Maple Leafs here against St. Louis. Third period is always the best period this season for the Maple Leafs, and this is a perfect example as to why. And just a great game overall for the Toronto Maple Leafs. And we thought it was Nashville. They're hosting the Winnipeg Jets next. Face-off coming. That will be a retro night. One back by Parayko. That's turned over. Mitch Marner in. Marner has Matthews with him. Centers. Stop Binnington. A pass across, and Binnington had to be sharp. As Austin Matthews continues his point streak, his scoring streak as well. For 16 straight games. 16 straight games with a goal. This guy has really heated up. Started the season real slow, real quiet, and really picked things up. Korpachenko off the puck. Here's Marner in. Marner shoots. Stopped by Binnington. Kerfoot back. Here's Matthews in the slot. An easy scoop play by Binnington, and a face-off in the St. Louis zone. Minute 26 to go. 5-2 Toronto. In a game that St. Louis tied late in the second period. But Toronto found a way to break through and do it well in this third period. Draw one back by Matthews. Brody shoots. Rifled that high. Marner in with the moves in tight. Stop, scores! Mitch Marner makes it 6-2. Second time this year the Leafs have put up a 6 spot against St. Louis. And they have absolutely dominated this third period, outscoring the Blues 4-0. Marner gets his own rebound and cashes in, doesn't make a mistake on that play, and Toronto has really done well on home ice this year, the best home ice team this season. Boston just a point or two behind them for best home team. Here's Austin Matthews, bumped off the puck. Marner looks again, has Kerfoot to the net, and he stopped. Comes down in front, Leddy. Blues will get it out to center right. In the middle, Matthews trying to stop him. In front, that pass. Got it back, and Samsonov down, makes the stop, and holds on for the Leafs. Job well done by the Toronto Maple Leafs there, obviously, and just a game well done overall. This team is really fighting for what they want. Tipped off a stick as that goes ramping up a stick and out of play. Face off here in the Toronto zone. Under 40 seconds left to go. Toronto 6, St. Louis 2 from Scotiabank Arena. Go-ahead goal came in the third period. Toronto really put it away when they got that tempo back in their skates. Leddy turned that over. Here's Bunting ahead. Far down the ice. Dennis Mulligan will chase after it, and there won't be icing there. Bunting looks in front. Centers. That's Yarncroke, and he can't get it right on. Here's Shen in the corner. Kept in by the Leafs. Bunting looks. Wait. Shoots. Stop. Rebound. Scores! Calle Yarncroke at the side of the net for the tap-in on the rebound. He makes it 7-2. Leafs have really dominated here in this third period, doing everything that they need to do to win this hockey game. And Binnington with the save, but right there is Yarncroke, no one to cover him, and in the net it goes to make it 7-2. Toronto Maple Leafs have really dominated their opponents as of late. Some very tight games, but also some very high-scoring games, and this is one of those. Here's Nick Robertson. He'll wind up. He'll shoot. Stopped it. It's loose. And Nylander in the slot with Binnington on top of it as he covered. A 2-2 game coming into the third. 7-2 Toronto. Face up right side. Tavares line on the eighth. The draw. One back by the captain. Here's Brody. Shoots. Off Binnington. Stays in Robertson back. Here's Riley down the middle. His shot. Stop. And that will do it. The Maple Leafs win it. 7-2. Over the St. Louis Blues on this fine afternoon, and they sweep the season set 2-0. They will host the Winnipeg Jets next for a retro night